Come on. Let's go. I don't know where, but we'll find out soon. Hello, this is Simply Exploventuring, and today I'm coming to you from Fort Halifax Park, and we're going to be exploring a trail here. So we're going to be exploring. It's a very short trail, as you can see, 0.2 miles, pretty much to the end of the property over there, the Wiconisco Canal. So we are actually walking in the canal itself, which, as it was explained to us, it was a well, maybe we're not even going that far. We'll see if we can stay on the edge here. So maybe that's why it's 0.2. So this is the canal bed here, which had a depth of 5 feet. So it's not too bad right now. Right now it's mostly rainwater. And I wasn't aware of this until they had mentioned it. A few of the people mentioned the canal. Now, partially, part of the canal has been filled in right in between, in the park area here itself. So there isn't a continuous line. It's pretty much filled in different spots from what I was told. And obviously it goes up to Millersburg and to Wiconisco, down to Dauphin, the town of Dauphin, not the county, but the town. So again, we are just gonna walk to the end here. The other side looks like it might have a lot more standing water. So I will not venture that way without, I mean, I do have my muck boots, but I don't know how actual deep it is. So, but at least you get an idea of what the canal looks like today. And like I said, this is my first time to this park. I came to attend the 17th annual festival here, being held here today. It would have been nice if they had the, I think the towpath, it's either right up there or right over there somewhere. But I think that might be the towpath right up there. And as you know, the canal barges would mostly bring up coal from the Shamokin area down through here. Sometimes it would be put on what's right over on the right side over there, which is the train. But I believe they said that's not the original train. The Lycans Valley Railroad ran through there at one time before. Now Norfolk Southern, I think, put their tracks there, or whoever was before that, probably Conrail and PRR, and you know, on down the line till modern day Norfolk Southern, who's the current owner. So like I said again, in a lot of spots the canal has been filled in, so you can't continue one continuous trail. So this is technically the end of the line, and there is a fence there because that's probably private property on the other side. And we can also so this is the Riverside Witness Tree, as you can see here. Actually, before I forget, let me head back down really quick, get a photo. I forgot to get a photo of the canal itself. Alrighty. I was too busy worrying about filming and not getting my feet too wet walking around the edge there that I forget about. So there is also a loop trail, the North River loop trail, that just goes around in a circle around, pretty much around this field right here. I don't know if I want to do it really quick. I mean, there's less and less cars. Yeah, why not? I can extend this video as well. So again, like I said, this, you know, discover and, like my channel says, do some explore-venturing of your own. It's not a very long trail. I think this one is 0.9 of a mile. And then there's another trail on the other side. Oh, cool. So here's the actual dig site. Never mind. So this is the actual dig site that they probed. I don't know what that was over there. But here is where there's the actual dig site. I saw it on the map. I wasn't sure if it's in there or out here somewhere. You'd think it'd be in an open area. I'm sure it's in that field. Yeah, again, that is private property. Oh, wow, neat. Somebody has, is it a Valiant? It's definitely a Plymouth. Nice. So unless, probably that whole field could be the dig site. And of course, you can, there is another smaller trail that goes beside on the river, and there is, if you become a member of the Susquehanna River Association, I believe, which is right here in Halifax, in the borough of Halifax, I believe. You're allowed to camp at the campgrounds for $5 a night, but you have to become a member. Single membership is $25, family is $45, and a lifetime membership is $500. Some kind of critter in there making noise. Oh, wow. It's a weasel. No, what is it? I saw something. I hope it wasn't a baby porcupine. I saw the, oh wow, there's another one. Whatever they are. Saw another one, so let's see if I can identify what it is. Hey, there's a groundhog hole. So again, this is the, we went from the Canal Prism, from the Wiconisco Canal Prism Trail. Now we are on the Loop Trail here. I'll tell you the name when I see it again. I was that forgetful that quick. Oh my goodness, it's not good. Anyway, pretty easy hike. You don't have to wear any special. Oh, it's called the North River Loop. Oh, okay, and it continues. Ah, okay. So if you continue on that way, that's the Buffalo Road, Buffalo Park Road itself. This is considered, and then the North Loop Trail goes on this way somewhere. Not exactly sure how the trail loops. Oh, it probably goes up that way. Yeah, it does. Not sure if the park closes at sunset or anything like that, so. Well, definitely closed over here. Okay. And now we're getting closer to the Susquehanna River. Beautiful day for an event like this, and beautiful day for a hike as usual. And you can smell the river itself. And it's running high right now because of all the rain we've had recently. So it is pretty high from what it's normally. Normally up here it runs a lot more shallower, and you can definitely tell because it's more muddy down here on the trail itself. Mucky. Because obviously when it floods up here, it spills over onto the trail here. Yep, and it of course sweeps. Yeah, you can see these. Look at the mud on the leaves themselves. So it gets pretty muddy in here as well, as you can tell. Maybe not so much for these guys. Well, I wasn't originally gonna do this. I was gonna maybe wait to do it another time, but I figured right now is the best time. We got the great weather. It's in the 70s, lower 70s right now. Actually, it feels more like mid, maybe lower to mid 70s. And then if you continue straight up, it takes you back to the Buffalo River Road, I believe. And then you continue on this way to the North River Loop. And then right there's another signage, probably a boat ramp. Yeah. Oh, it's a campsite. Okay. This is the North River campsite right here. This is the campsite I was telling you about. That if you join the Susquehanna River Association, you're allowed to rent this for $5. So I believe this goes out toward the canoe and kayak launching area right up here, up ahead there. As you can tell, not all my hikes are going to be strenuous yet till I resolve my medical issue, which I've spoken of before in other videos. Of course, by the time this goes up, it'll be a while. And as you've probably seen in the previous video, this is where the skirmish here occurred here at, so you can see their powder cartridges were left here. So they were doing their reenactments right here on this part of the field, as well as on that field over there. And right here is the dugout canoe that I filmed for that. And here's the Goose Landing canoe kayak launch right here. And I believe this is another trail over here that begins through the woods. So why not? I mean, I'm already here. I'm gonna do all 3 trails in one video since they're pretty short trails as one big video. They're all looping trails, so. Oh, this is only a half-mile trail. Okay. I thought this was... Now, this is the South River Loop. We just came off the North River Loop. Now we're doing the South River Loop. And we mean us, you and I, rode on the hayride right along the other side of, over there, basically, of the field over there, out to the, I hear another, oh, that's a piece of wood that's hitting it. I think that's what it is. Could be wildlife. Yeah, I had to wait pretty much till the end of the day to film this because of all the events going on at the festival. So and it's such a gorgeous day right now. Couldn't have asked for any better. And while I was putting stuff in my car, I bumped into a gentleman and he was explaining to me that about another event at Fort Hunter, which we'll be doing a future video of. I just don't know when yet, you know. They're having an event tomorrow. But by the time you see this, it'll be over. Tomorrow being May 7th. Over there at Fort Hunter, they're having a garden festival or something like that. And the grounds will be open, as well as the buildings there. I'm thinking about going back up and filming, but being that tomorrow is my time with the Lord, I may not be able to go that, so we'll see. So the South Loop. Now that's part of those grounds over there are owned by here, by the park, where that, see where that camper is at? That's owned by the park itself. Now beyond that, that's someone else's property, and there's an old style porta potty here. And then we are gonna continue up part of the path where we traveled on the hayride. And I kind of have to take it easy because, like I said, I still have that medical issue that's starting to kind of bother me a little bit. So, like I said, I'm just going to finish up this trail hike and head back to the car. So again, this is right there, painted in blue on the top, one of the original Wiconisco Canal markers to signify where the canal property was as well, I guess. And as you can see, it's called the canal marker. And then right next to it, this is also considered the canal, the other canal prism. So we're going to just go to the edge here, that's it. Oh, okay. So it's looks like it's at the deepest spot, maybe 4 to 6 inches deep, but I don't feel like donning on my muck boots, which I do have in the car, and exploring, because it looked, like I said, right here maybe even a foot deep, because it's probably really mushy and silty, but you can see it goes that way too a little bit. Part of the property is over there, but it continues on to the other end where I showed you on the video for the festival. So it continues down that way. I had to stop because my feet were starting to get wet. I'm only wearing sneakers. Didn't wear my hiking shoes or boots. And then this was one of the stop signs for the hayride. I had to get my train of thought in complete sentences more often, I notice. When I'm filming, sometimes I lose my train of thought on something and don't finish what I'm saying. And sometimes have to put it inside the video itself. So as you can tell, it's a mode trail. except in the woods. The woods, obviously, it's a wooded trail. And it's well marked. You can see where they have the posts with the trail names and the mileage on some of them, which is great that the folks here at the Friends of Fort Halifax Association are doing a really great job doing what they do best here to, keep it natural as well as restoring the properties. So as you can see, there's the original 1850s house, and then the brick one is a 1959. That was the last owner's home here. I'm not sure if it's still currently owned or not. I'm not sure about that. So could be currently still owned, or someone might be there. But that one was built in 1959. So the canal is going on that side. I'm trying to figure out if the towpath was right here on this side of the canal or on the train track side of the canal. Because a lot of the times when the canals failed, the railroad would come in and build their train tracks right on the actual towpath itself, because it was already easier. It's already readily available for them to lay their tracks on. I think they have some farm animals here, or they're probably thatching it to regrow stuff. And of course, this is where they had some. Okay, this is where I was earlier at. This is where I don't want to step on the flowers there. Of the Wiconisco Canal is right here as well. I was at the other end, which was hard to see because of the way the tree. And like I said, I had thought about donning my muck boots and walking through it, but I didn't want to fall in there with this cell phone camera. It's not waterproof, so. And my actual waterproof camera doesn't have any sound right now, so like I said, they had stuff set up. They had a wood cutting display here. A gentleman was just sitting here. They were doing the axe throwing there. There's the stockade-like fencing, because it was a fort. So we are no longer on the trail. I'm just walking along the grounds here of Fort Halifax as well. And pretty much the only ones here left are all the volunteers. There's the wagon for the hayride. Here, I hear a train, but it sounds like it's on the other side of the river. Or it might be coming down here now. Hold on. Yep, he's coming through here now. I'm sure, I know he's gonna blow his horn because he's coming through a crossing right here now, so. Not sure what specific train this is. So we are on what's known as the Southeastern Meadow, and there is a 0.9 loop that goes around the whole meadow and comes right back up over here. But we are not gonna do that one today. It is already dusk won't be for another hour to two. So the park is only open till dusk. But let's see what this one says. Yes, I know I left my vehicle on because I'm only doing a short here. Oh, okay. So right there is also the Armstrong Meadow Loop, as well as the Northeastern Meadow Loop. That one is a mile. Okay, so it goes a mile around this way, or even down that way as well. And there's another trail down that way as well, but that one looks a little bit more challenging. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the Armstrong Creek is there. So there's the Armstrong Creek. That's why it's called the Armstrong Trail. Maybe. If you yourself want to tackle, look at that view in the mountains up here. Oh, I believe the Appalachian Trail runs up that way, up along that ridge there. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm trying to show my eyes a little bit. Yeah, but the sun is right in my face. I hope you enjoyed this little hike here around Fort Halifax Park and the 2 loop trails that we did, technically 3. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little trip into history as well. And like I always say, go create your own adventure. If you would like to support me, give me a like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next trail.